Kathy Beatty here with Divorce Support Anonymous. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is December 22nd of a little bit of Christmas, how not to let the Grinch of divorce steal your Christmas. Of course, I'm glad that you joined me. And of course, I have some announcements, some real quick ones. January 4th webinar, we're going to talk about an upcoming life coaching course of 10 weeks where we are going to begin looking forward and stop looking back and create a beautiful life beyond divorce. That is going to start January 11th, where we are going to come together online and we are going to work through some workbooks and we are going to get a new life declaration. This is something I've done for years. I love the experience. I love to see what people come up with of their new life that they are going to create. Also, January 10th, Tuesday nights, I'm going to hold the next support group. So if you are going through a divorce and you have not gone through a support group, I highly recommend that you check it out. Contact me for a registration form. And no one that I've ever had in my groups have ever said that they regretted it or it was a waste of time. It's incredibly inexpensive too. So no reason not to. The joy about it is you can be anonymous as you want. I've had people from all over the country come into the group, and I've had people from international come into the group. And there is room for you and your story and you to hear other people's story as they go through the same difficult journey that you are. So one of my very favorite Christmas songs is All Is Well. It's not, I don't believe it's all that old. It was written by Michael W. Smith and performed by him and Carrie Underwood. I highly recommend that you look up that YouTube. It's called All Is Well. And it just does beautiful things for me. It just embraces me in the Christmas season, or the Christmas season embraces me in this song. And I just see so much hope and such great news within it. So I want to ask the question, where are things well for you? I hope that there are some areas of your life that are going splendidly. But I have a feeling that if you're in this group, that there are a lot of areas that aren't. And that's true with all of us. There are a lot of conflict around us, right? International conflict, national conflict, city conflict, state conflict, conflict within our home, conflict within ourselves. So where are things well? Where are things well? I hope you can point out a few, but I also want to encourage you with the fact that in God's plan, things are well. You see, God has worked all of this stuff out. And I'm so grateful that he has. As I look what seems to be impossible in my life and in other people's lives, I'm also reassured by this verse in Matthew, with God, all things are possible. That means creating a beautiful life after divorce, after coming from the pain and the sorrow and the betrayal of divorce, that there are good things that await you. I honestly believe that. It's going to require you to intentionally work with it, work with God in the direction he wants you to go, so that you might see some of the incredible things in which he has for you. The mercy, your mercy, O Lord, endures forever. God has a merciful hand upon your life. And the only way that you can get it removed is for you to ask him not to. And what foolish thing would that be? We need mercy in our life. Your mercy, O Lord, endures forever. Know that his hand is upon your life, yes, even now. And then, of course, he's going to tell us that with his love, he will calm all of your fears. And the book of Zephaniah talks about that and talks how he sings over us. There's hope there. There's so much hope there. There really is the message of the Christmas season. In the end, when there's faith, all is well. All is well. Perhaps not right now, not in your world, not in your experience right now as you go through this season and are struggling with some issues of conflict or depression or just turmoil. within your mind and heart. But let's look at some of the words of that song that was written by Michael W. Smith, All Is Well. All is well, all is well. Angels and men rejoice, for tonight darkness fell. That speaks to the fact that God so loved the world that his son came into the world. And at that moment, evil was falling. Now, it didn't know it yet, and it wouldn't know it until the cross. It wouldn't know it then, but at the resurrection, evil fell. And this was just the beginning, that hope came into the world through this baby, Jesus Christ. So how does that help us today? We are struggling, perhaps. Another verse to give you hope. The Lord is near. He's not far away. He's not far off. He's right as close as a prayer. Don't be anxious about anything. Anything, God? Anything. But in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends, goes above and beyond all understanding, doesn't make a whole lot of earthly sense, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. So don't be anxious. Pray about it. Take the understanding that all is well, and God will guard your mind and your heart in Christ Jesus. There's so many other verses that are here that I long to share with you, but I'll just leave you with a couple more. Don't lose heart. Outwardly, we are wasting away. It seems like we are just dissolving in the trauma and the pain of what we're dealing with sometimes. But inwardly, we're being renewed day by day. God is working and using this for our good. Yes, even this, friends, even this divorce, even this pain, even this depression. Inwardly, we're being renewed day by day, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory, good things that last. An eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, all this stuff around us, it's temporary. What is unseen, that is the spiritual world, that is our soul, is eternal. So don't lose heart. It seems like we're wasting away, but God is doing some incredible things if you will allow him to. If you turn him away and refuse him, then no, we won't be renewed day by day, but we can be. Final encouragement I want to give you. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. There's another day beyond divorce, beyond this difficult, sad time, whatever you're struggling with right now. And I know I'm talking to the real strugglers right now because you're still with me. At the end of 9 minutes in, you're still with me because you want God to give you hope. It's not that you want anything from me. You're not going to get much from me. I'm just a human. But I've also asked God to work through me and speak to you and give you hope even now. Because rejoicing comes in the morning. This will not last. I know this season can be feel somewhat like a mockery because you are hurting. You are confused. You are feeling great loss. I get that. But I want you to know that you're going to make it through this. I know you are, because you are being intentional You're listening to this video. You're doing your inner work. You're doing that work. Do it with God. Don't do it alone. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma of divorce and the Christmas season.